So we install the thread there, and then we're going to follow it around. And then I've got an empty bobbin here. And then I'm putting it on the machine. I'm engaging the bobbin so that it will wind without the needle going up and down. And then I have two options for actually winding the bobbin. The first one is to use the start-stop button, and the second one is to use the foot control. First, I'm going to use the foot control just to get it started, and then I'm trimming this little tail right here. Now, because I just want to wind, I'm going to push the stop-start button here until the bobbin's full. And then once the bobbin's full, I'm going to press the stop-start button again to remove the bobbin and cut it loose. And then I'll be ready to load it down below. Okay, now that we've wound our bobbin, we're going to thread the needle. So we have to disengage the thread from our bobbin guide. We still leave it through this path, but we're going to go down. The tension discs are in here, so we're going to go down through the tension discs and then to the right and then the left of the thread take up. Then once we're through that, it's time to go through the needle. Our upper path is threaded. Now it's time to load the bobbin that we wound. I'm going to slip off the bobbin door. If you're unsure of how to do the threading, the path is printed right here on the bobbin cover. So we're going to put the bobbin in. I like to think of P for put the bobbin in. It's a little silly, but it works for me. And so we're going to follow the arrow guides that are here in the bobbin area on the machine. There's a little thread cutter down there. So then you cut. And then we're going to replace the cover. Changing the feet, there's a button on the back of the foot. We're just going to press that and the foot comes off. We're just going to put the new foot in place. When you turn your machine on, it's going to start off with a straight stitch with the center needle position. But because we're doing the overcasting stitch first, we're going to be using a zigzag stitch. We're going to simply select 5 because that is our zigzag stitch, and then it changes on the screen. There's some other things on the screen to be mindful of. There is the stitch length and the stitch width indicators. Both can be changed to your liking. There's also a recommended presser foot to use and also a thread tension range, which is here at the top of the machine. Other things to be mindful of is that we have our category represented here. So we're in the practical stitch menu, which means that any of these stitches are active and we can just direct select. All right, the first thing that we need to do is remove the accessories tray. So it just pops off. And now I'm going to add the embroidery module. It slides right into place, and one of the best features is as we slide it into place, it's going to automatically engage a lever to drop the feed dogs, because when we do embroidery, we don't want the feed dogs to be exposed. And then I'm going to plug it in on the side of the machine, making sure that the arrows line up so that I know that my plug is in the right spot. The next step is to switch off the presser foot. When we were working earlier, when we changed to presser foot, we just replaced the snap-on sole, But this time we want to replace the shank. So there's a screwdriver that comes with the machine so that we can add the embroidery foot. So the shank has come off. I'm going to undo that so this slips on. The shank. And now I've replaced the foot. And it's easy as that. Now I'm going to pick the design that's on the memory stick that I plugged into the machine. So we're going to go to a new design. It's transferring my data. I'm using the arrow keys to select the USB memory stick. And you can see right here, key, that's the design that's on here. Just a little bit of warning, if you are creating designs on the computer and you're saving it onto the memory stick, you have to make sure that the characters in the file name do not exceed 17 characters. So key is not a problem, but Gayle's key for this bag project might be an issue. So just remember to keep it short and sweet. Once the design is highlighted, select it. Once it's pulled into the machine, we've got the thread, the red thread threaded up above and down below, and I'm ready to attach my hoop and stitch my key.